Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Sahana Vavatu Sahanu Bhunaktu Sahabhiryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. Asato ma Sadgamaya Tamaso ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya Aviravirmayi. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Gocharam Tam Agocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmyaham. Let we be protected, let we be nourished, let we strive with energy and vigor. Let our study be enlightening and not give rise to hostility. Om peace, peace, peace. Lead us to truth and not to untruth. Lead us to enlightenment and not ignorance. Lead us to immortality and not death. Let the self manifest Atman grow in me. Om peace, peace. I bow to Govinda, whose nature is bliss supreme, who is the Sadguru, who can be known only from the import of all Vedanta, and who is beyond the reach of speech and mind. Sri Ramakrishna said, in this world is a mixture of sand and sugar. Like an ant takes only sugar and not sand. Similarly, we are to take only sugar and not sand. Bhagavan Shankaracharya said the same thing. It's like Satya and Anvrita, truth and untruth. Somehow it looks like it has mixed up. Though it is a misnomer. It is, in reality, there is no mixture at all. Because these two are contradictory, like day and night. Day and night cannot coexist together. Similarly, truth and not truth cannot exist together. But somehow we see it is together. We see light and we see shadow also. In shadow, it is less light, but we don't see less light. Only we see darkness, partial darkness or full darkness. So here we are to develop a sight, an eye to see correctly. That is why we are studying Vivekachudamani. And we have seen how teacher taught a student, and because of the grace of Guru, his own effort, continuous meditation, contemplation, he achieved that highest state. And he said that it's like a great dream because of Maya. Maya Kruta Jani Jara Mrittu Gahane Mahaswapni Brahmantam Klishyantam Bahulatara Tapehi Anudinam. So I was traveling in this great confused dream because of Maya, created by Maya, and I was roaming around. And also the tiger of ignorance, Ahankar, ego, Ahamkar Vyagra Vetitam Imam Atyanta Kripaya Prabodhya. But you, O teacher, O Guru, You have, out of compassion, you wake me up from this dream. That is why I offer pranams and pranams. Namastasmai sadaikasmai kasmai chinma mahase namaha yadetat vishwarupena rajate guru raja. And this way he offered his pranams with great respect, because it is not ordinary gain. This is the highest gain that one can achieve. So he says, seeing the worthy disciple who had attained the bliss of the self, realized the truth, and was glad at heart, thus prostrating himself, that noble ideal teacher again and again, addressed in following excellent words. So, before we go, we will read from the complete works of Swami Vivekananda, and then, yes, go ahead.
I'm reading from Swami Vivekananda's Jnana Yoga lectures. This one is entitled Maya and Illusion. Almost all of you have heard of the word Maya. Generally, it is used, though incorrectly, to denote illusion or delusion or some such thing. But the theory of Maya forms one of the pillars upon which the Vedanta rests. It is therefore necessary that it should be properly understood. I ask a little patience of you, for there is a great danger of its being misunderstood. The oldest idea of Maya that we find in Vedic literature is the sense of delusion, but then the real theory had not been reached. We find such passages as, Indra through his Maya assumed various forms. Here it is true the word Maya means something like magic, and we find various other passages always taking the same meaning. The word Maya then dropped out of sight altogether. But in the meantime, the idea was developing. Later, the question was raised, why can't we know the secret of the universe? And the answer given was very significant. Because we talk in vain, and because we are satisfied with the things of the senses, and because we are running after desires. Therefore, we, as it were, cover the reality with a mist. Here the word Maya is not used at all. But we get the idea that the cause of our ignorance is a kind of mist that has come between us and the truth. Much later on, in one of the latest Upanishads, we find the word Maya reappearing. But this time, a transformation has taken place in it, and a mass of new meaning has attached itself to the word. Theories had been propounded and repeated. Others had been taken up, until at last the idea of Maya became fixed. We read in the Shvetashvatara Upanishad, know nature to be Maya, and the ruler of this Maya is the Lord himself. Coming to our philosophers, we
Okay,
find
let's what Swamiji quoted first. Indra Mayabhi Puru Rupa Iyate. So Indra has taken various forms. So as if he is one, he has taken various forms. And the second one is know nature to be Maya, and the ruler of this Maya is the Lord himself. So Mayam tu Prakritim Vidya, Mayinam tu Maheshwara. So Maya is this Prakriti, the nature, the system, the organism or organization. So we have organization. So it is like an entity. But it has, if you try to see what is an organization, it is conglomeration of people when they come together. So it has a kind of samavaya. Samavaya means conglomeration. So it works, system works. No part of a car is car. But when it is together, then it works. Even you drove down here by your car. So can you show me which part is car? Not a single part. Take tire, it is tire, not car. Say wheel, it is like driving wheel. So when it is together, then it works. So here comes. So what is ever in Prakriti? Mayam tu Prakriti Vinyan, Mayinam tu Maheshwaram. And the ruler of this Maya is Supreme Lord. So it has entity, but it has no entity. Organization, it has entity. This body, body parts. No part is complete. But when it is together, then it works. So this is very difficult to understand what is actually. Atasmin tad buddhi. There is only one truth, but because of our understanding, our wrong understanding, misunderstanding, we take it something else. Okay, I'll give a very nice example. Take a beaker and take a pencil. Pencil is straight. Nobody will doubt about it. But if you put on in the glass, it looks tilted. Is it tilted? No. Take it out. See, it is straight. Again put it. Again it looks tilted. So same truth, when it is through organization, it starts working, it starts creating. But that which is straight has no all this. But when it is like dipped in the water, then it is tilted. So it is like this, very difficult to understand. Yama, that is not. So it is never tilted, but it looks like it tilted. Similarly, truth, when seen through this Prakriti, it looks very many. And it's functioning. But in reality, it's not many. It looks many, but it's not many. It looks like it is difficult. So like the pencil, it is not tilted, but looks tilted. So it is not many, but it looks many. It's like Sri Ramakrishna. Let me quote what Sri Ramakrishna said. According to Vedanta, there is no incarnation of God. Even no incarnation of God, according to Vedanta. The Vedantists say that Rama and Krishna are but two waves in the ocean of Satchidananda. In reality, there are not two. In reality, there are not two. But we see many. Yes, you see many. It is normal. Because you are under that impression. So according to Vedanta, in reality, there are not two. There is only one. Even Veda says so, that Neha Nanasti Kinchana. Here, there are not many. Here, there are not many. That means there is only one. So Sri Ramakrishna also says, in reality, there are not two. There is only one. A man may call on God by any name. If he is sincere in his prayer, he will certainly reach him. He will succeed if he has longing. So only thing, we must have longing, sincere longing, earnest longing. Then we can achieve. We can see one in variety. We can see unity in variety. So it is like, as Sri Krishna also said, Vivaktam iva sthita. It looks like Vibhakta. When you drive, you see water on the road. But as you go closer, there is no water. So this multiplicity is because of that power. And that power, we are deluded by that power. The power is not delusion, but we are, because of we do not know. That is why we are deluded. So we have to find out that truth. Yes. Great.
According to our philosophers, we find that this word Maya has been manipulated in various fashions until we come to the great Shankaracharya. The theory of Maya was manipulated a little by the Buddhists too, but in the hands of the Buddhists, it became very much like what is called idealism. And that is the meaning that is now generally given to the word Maya. When the Hindu says the word world is Maya, at once people get the idea that the world is an illusion. This interpretation has some basis as coming through the Buddhist philosophers, because there was one section of philosophers who did not believe in the external world at all. But the Maya of the Vedanta, in its last developed form, is neither idealism nor realism, nor is it a theory. It is a simple statement of facts, what we are and what we see around us. As I've told you before, the minds of the people from whom the Vedas came were intent upon following principles, discovering principles. They had no time to work upon details or to wait for them. They wanted to go deep into the heart of things. Something beyond was calling them, as it were, and they could not wait. Scattered through the Upanishads, we find that the details of subjects, which we now call modern sciences, are often very erroneous, but at the same time, their principles are correct. For instance, the idea of ether, which is one of the latest theories of modern science, is found in our ancient literature in forms much more developed than is the modern scientific theory of ether today. But it was in principle. When they tried to demonstrate the workings of that principle, they made many mistakes. The theory of the all-pervading life principle, of which all life in this universe is but a differing manifestation, was understood in Vedic times. It is found in the Brahmanas. There is a long hymn in the Samhitas in praise of prana, of which all life is but a manifestation. By the by, it may interest some of you to know that there are theories in the Vedic philosophy about the origin of life on this earth, very similar to those which have been advanced by some modern European scientists. You, of course, all know that there is a theory that life came from other planets. It is a settled doctrine with some Vedic philosophers that life comes in this way from the moon.
Okay, one thing, just a minute. Swami said, what is Maya? Swamiji defined in a very nice way. Statement of fact. Okay, it's like this. Somebody comes and said, just now I am coming and I saw a house has fallen flat on the ground. So by this, he is stating a fact that he has seen, witnessed. But is this a statement is real? The statement is not real. The fact is real. But we somehow are caught in the statement of fact. So when we see this same truth, we see world with multiplicity. So these senses are telling us some statement. And when we take their statement as real, as truth, then we are deluded. We are to find the fact behind those statements. And that statement is, when one goes there, see by himself, oh, now I know that house has crumbled and it is now flattened on the ground. So a statement is not the fact. Similarly, Maya is stating some fact. It's not that baseless. It has a basis. It is depicting. And then what happens? We imagine something, like what we want to listen, that we listen, we hear from that statement. That is the problem. But the statement of the fact is not out of fact. But we may imagine something other than fact. Yes.
Coming to the principles, we find these Vedic thinkers very courageous and wonderfully bold in propounding large and generalized theories. Their solution of the mystery of the universe from the external world was as satisfactory as it could be. The detailed workings of modern science do not bring the question one step nearer to solution because the principles have failed. No amount of knowledge of the external world could solve the problem. But, says the scientist, we are just beginning to know a little. Wait a few thousand years and we shall get the solution. No, says the Vedantist, for he has proved beyond all doubt that the mind is limited, that it cannot go beyond certain limits, beyond time, space, and causation. As no man can jump out of his own self, so no man can go beyond the limits that have been put upon him by the laws of time and space.
So mind cannot reveal it. Why? Because mind is also within the creation, within the Prakriti, within Maya. Mind becomes no mind. When it is so pure that mind becomes no mind, then how to conceive, how to realize? This is a sambedya. It is our real inner self. And it is self-revealing. We don't want any instrument to reveal this. It reveals everything, but it requires no instrument to reveal. And when the mind is pure, mind loses its mindness. And it flourishes. It reveals in a flash. So it does not require mind to reveal. Mind can only conceive the limited things. Yes.
Every attempt to solve the laws of causation, time, and space would be futile, because the very attempt would have to be made by taking for granted the existence of these three. What does the statement of the existence of the world mean then? This world has no existence. What is meant by that? It means that it has no absolute existence. It exists only in relation to my mind, to your mind, and to the mind of everyone else. We see this world with the five senses, but if we had another sense, we would see in it something more. If we had yet another sense, it would appear as something still different. It has, therefore, no real existence. It has no unchangeable, immovable, infinite existence. Nor can it be called non-existence, seeing that it exists, and we slave to work in and through it. It is a mixture of existence and non-existence.
Yes. So let us go back to our example. That pencil, is the pencil tilted? No. No, it looks like a child will tilt. Swami, how can I say it is not tilted? Because I see it. Okay. Lift it out of water. It's not tilted. So that means what? This world, as we see, it looks manifold. Why? Because we see in and through our senses. There is another way to see, that is, you have to lift, that means direct perception. Through that, we understand that there are not two, there are not many. And the second thing is, this world, say like that pencil, it has existence of pencil, but tilted, that one has no existence. It has no existence of its own. This world we see, it has not existence of its own. There is only one existence, that is Brahman. The reality, that is you, yourself. On that self, this appears. This appears. Appearance is not true. That's only a statement. It is tilted. But in reality, it is straight. One and not many. You know, it may look that it is confusing, but it's not. That means tilted pencil has no existence. It has, the tiltness has no existence of its own. It depends on the pencil and also the media by which we are seeing. So here also the media is our senses. And behind this world is that same truth. As behind the senses, it is the same truth. Same truth when it is seen through senses, it looks tilted, it looks many. So, by the grace of God, by the grace of Guru, and by his own grace of effort, the disciple has realized that there is only one truth. Now I can see it. I can see it, there is only one. And therefore, he offers his obeisance to his Guru. Now, Guru as mother, kind mother, he will repeat again and again. Mum song. So what he says? Brahma pratyaya santatir jagat ataha brahmaiva tat sarvam. What he says? The universe is 521. The universe is an unbroken series of perceptions of Brahman. So unbroken series of perception of Brahman. Hence, it is in all respects nothing but Brahman. You see, all our perceptions come in our front, go away. The perceiver is all the time there, all the time there. The objects will come and pass away. Perceiver is all the time there. When we are awake, we see this world. When we are dreaming, we see the dream. The perceiver is there. You are here. You are listening this. Your presence is very much there. But suppose you are dreaming, then this will vanish. But you will be there. You cannot tell, yes, I dreamt, but I was not there. You cannot tell that. To watch your dream, you must be there. And in deep sleep also, you are there. Objects are absent. So you are continuously there. So Brahma pratyaya santati. So it is all the time. Pratyaya santati means it's not different. It is continuous. Brahma pratyaya santati. Jagatad jagat jagat. Ataha Brahmaiva tat sarva sarvat. Therefore, whatever is there, it is light. Whatever is there, it is consciousness. Without consciousness, nothing can exist. On consciousness, it looks seemingly it is animating, but that animation is of my consciousness, your consciousness. Pashyadhyatma drishya drisha prashant manasa sarvaswavastha swapi रूपाद अन्यद अवेक्षितम किम अभितः चक्षुष्मताम दृश्यते तत्वत् ब्रह्मविदः सतः किम अपरम विहारास्पदम. The universe is an unbroken series of perceptions of Brahman. So Brahman is alone there. Other perceptions come, go away, trail away. Like Swamiji said, we are reading a book. Every day, new book, new page is coming. After reading, we are turning off. The reader is there all the time. The pages are being turned. So, series of perceptions. Series means one can argue. Here, pratyaya santati. It is not. The perceptions are maybe different. The perceiver is not. So we can say this way, perceiver alone is real. Other perceptions are going in front of him. So pratyaya santatir jagataha ataha brahmaiva tat sarvam. Therefore, Brahma alone is real. The perceptions are because of Brahman. This is why we say, that's why we say, yes, you are there. You cannot deny when you see something. When you're driving, you cannot deny the oncoming trucks. Because the perception is there. So it even animates because of the perception, because of that Brahman. So Pashyadhyatma. So let us hence it is in all respects, nothing but Brahman. So even if it is, say, shadow, something shadow, it is light only. We can say less light, but light only. Without light, nothing can exist. See this with the eye of illumination and a serene mind under all circumstances. So what we have to see, when we see many, we have to see the one. When we see a painting, we have to see the painter or canvas. When we see a story or a movie, we have to see the director or the storyline. You cannot see only one thing. Then you cannot enjoy. You have to see many scenes will come, but you have to keep those joined so that the story is complete. What I'm saying, the perceptions may vary. Perceptions give the impression of the truth. The pencil may be seen tilted, but that tilting will tell that it is through medium. But you are to train your mind to see the straight pencil. So this is challenging. This is a bit challenging, that you have to train your mind in such a way, though you will see many, but this manyness is because of that one. You'll see light and shade, but you have to train your eyes to see the light only. More light, less light. Yes, but light only. But we, generally what we do? we don't have that vision of seeing light. We see darkness. We see darkness. So that is to be changed. See this with the eye of illumination and a serene mind. So that's why it requires mind. What happens? We see darkness, then darkness means we see objects of enjoyment, and then our mind runs for enjoyment. So see this with the eye of illumination and a serene mind, and under all circumstances, is one who has eyes ever found to see all around anything else but forms. So now he gives an example. You have eyes. What do you see? All the time you see forms. Similarly, if you have trained your mind and you have understood this truth, then you can see this truth only. Similarly, what is there except Brahman to engage the intellect of a man of realization? There is nothing. Many times the question is asked. Actually, those are not questions. Those are answers. We confuse. Oh, it is question. Immediately say what? Answer. No, we are not to answer there. We are to understand this is answer in the form of question. So what is the point here? The translation, English translation may confuse us. We say in Sanskrit, Sattanuviddha. Truth alone is the thread on which various flowers are organized. The truth, on that truth, this variety is seen. Truth alone is real, because this existence also depends on that truth. So therefore, there are not many. And another way we can see, like a river, water is flowing. But flowing on what? The river bed. The water is going. It's continuous, but it is because of the water bed. We are speaking. Speech is possible because there is a person who is speaking. So through the whole speech, it is the speaker that should be revealed. So it is like that. So say, if you say, okay, there is no speaker, but I am listening the speech. It's ridiculous. You cannot listen a speech without the speaker. That means what? In and through speech, it is a speaker. Though speech is not the speaker, but in and through the speech, it is a speaker alone. Is it? Okay. So this can be understood by those whose mind is calm and quiet, who is not tempted or allured by senses. Then only one can see, oh, this speech is a speaker manifested. So another way to see that, those whose eyes are clear, he can see everywhere the same truth. Whose eyes are clear, he can see everywhere the same truth. But if eyes are not clear, he cannot see. So we are to train our eyes to see that truth. As our eyes can see only form, similarly, those whose eyes are clear, they can see that undivided self. Why? Because the knower of Brahman, he knows that Brahman or the self alone exists. He sees that unity in variety. So any question or it's okay? Okay, so we go to the next. Kastvam parananda rasanubhutim utsrijya sunneshu rameta vidwan chandre mahalladini dipyamani chitrendu chitrendum alokayitum kaiche.
Swami,
Yes.
is it that one sees unity in variety, or is it that one sees only oneness and no variety at all?
Unity in variety. When you are seeing through senses and your eyes are trained, you can see unity in variety. It is not obliterated. Sri Ramakrishna is singing the glory of Mother, talking to the devotees, behaving normal. But the same Sri Ramakrishna would go to Samadhi. And then there are no two. And Sri Ramakrishna is saying, in fact, there are no two. He said, two people were arguing, Brahman alone is real, etc. So Sri Ramakrishna says, what should I argue? I see everything is one. Everything is one. So though apparently it will look like manifold, but he knows that in reality it is not many. Okay, Sri Ramakrishna gave few examples. Sri Ramakrishna once went to an exhibition and various Leela of Sri Krishna was depicted through sugar candy or various shape of sugar. Sri Ramakrishna saw, see, everything is sugar. Though it looks like Sri Krishna is dancing or playing Murli, but everything is sugar. Similarly, here also, like everything is light only. So those who can see only light. That's why Sri Krishna and Gita Bhagavan says, Vidya Vinay Sampanne Brahmani Gavi Hastini Shuni Chaiva Swapakecha Pandita Samadarshini. A Brahmin with wisdom and also with humility. That means highest kind of Brahmin. Gavi, a cow, elephant, and even dog. Here people, the cuddle dog, but in India it's ashuchi. It is, though people have pets, but it is not touched. If you touch, then you take bath. Some people are there. When they touch dog, they take bath. And here they, dog, they lick their mouth also. Expression of love. We are not against anything, anybody, and any creature, because it is the same Brahman. So the knower of Brahman sees all these are one. That's why Holy Mother said, Sharat is my son, as Amjad is also my son. a robber. Because for her, Duli, Bagdi, everything is one. Though she will serve them, she served all her children accordingly. So this is a great lesson. It is not that it is obliterated. For them, it is one. That Swamiji saw a monk. Tiger held that monk in its mouth, and the monk is chanting Soham, Soham, Soham. It looks like a preposterous, but it is not. For him, it is Soham. We think from our standpoint. We say, why not he should struggle and come out and kill that tiger? No, he submitted himself. Soham. No, tiger cannot eat. So this is the problem. This is, we understand rationally, but when it comes to practice, when everything goes haywire, there the practice is important. That's why Advaita is not difficult to understand. It's easy, but difficult to practice. That's why, Maran re tuhu mamo shyama samana. Oh, death, you are my Shyama, you are my Krishna. So you come. So their life and death is no different. Yes. So it does not obliterate altogether. That also happens many times. Sri Ramakrishna was asked, Sir, what do you experience? Do you experience any ego? Trace of ego? Sri Ramakrishna says, yes. Sometimes I am a servant of God, son of God, and he has kept a little ego. Why? He has kept for enjoyment. And sometimes he totally obliterates that also. So it is not only that there is ego. When the ego goes, then what remains? Truth alone remains. So both are possible. Yes. After knowledge, when you return, as Ramakrishna said again, when you go step by step to the roof, you see, oh, it is the same brick, lime, and brick dust. Then when you come back, then you see, oh, stairs are also made up of the same thing. Bricks, brick dust, and lime. So after attaining, when you come down, you can see many. And in times, manyness also will disappear. Both are possible. Yes. So we go to the next. Kastvam parananda rasanubhuti mutsrijya shunyeshu prameta vidwan chandre maha alladini dipyamane chitrendum alokaitum vaichet. So I read the translation part first. What wise man would discard that enjoyment of supreme bliss and revel in things unsubstantial when the exceedingly charming moon is shining? Who would wish to look at a painted moon? Now see, that idea is totally changed. In manifold, if one can see that one, then one will see only one in manifold. But what happens for us? We see only manifold. We see only manifold. So if we like a face, we want to see that one only. If we want to have any particular tilt of mind, then Either we love it or we are averse of it. But those who have developed that sight, they see, oh, it is the same truth. This Ramakrishna again. He could not pluck flowers because he saw it's like a bouquet of this creation. So sometimes he would see many, but sometimes that manyness also will disappear. So here example is given how when one has tasted that divine bliss, how one can be satisfied in lower than that. He cannot. That's why Sri Ramakrishna would say, when I bring my, I cannot talk much because my mind soars to that reality. That's why while singing, he'll go into samadhi. Is it only for Sri Ramakrishna? No. It's for Holy Mother, even Swamiji. Swami said, I am voice without form. Once Swamiji was pacing, he was going in front of a mirror, going up there, looking at it, and coming back. And again going there, looking at him, and coming there. So a lady asked, who is that girl you are thinking of? He said, no, I'm trying to remember my face. But as soon as I'm turning, then I'm forgetting my face. But that lady asked, because people look at themselves, that form when to attract others. So lady naturally asked that. But Swamiji was, not even remembering his face. So indrawn, so within. But did he not see many? Yes, he saw. He spoke also. But in reality, he was dwelling in that unity. And not only these three, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, is one with God. He dances, Ardhavajya Dasha, Bahya Dasha, and then Antar Dasha, when he's totally merged in God. And not only this, all the realized souls, they also experience this way. So once you see this, you cannot withhold. It is like this. Scientist, real scientist, I'm just theoretical knowledge. What did see? Everything is made up of electron, proton, neutron, and ultimately say energy. Quarks and quantum, etc. All kinds of things. But ultimately it is energy. Just imagine, the whole universe is nothing else but energy and energy alone. Once you develop this eye, even you close your eyes, you can see it. It's all energy. So what he says, what wise man would discard that enjoyment of supreme bliss and revel in things unsubstantial? Again, it's in question. He's not asking question, it's answering that no wise man will stop seeing this because it is natural. Someone removes dandelion. So everywhere dandelion. So wherever he goes now, he sees only dandelion. So when the exceedingly charming moon is shining, who would wish to look at a painted moon? Nobody. So this is the painted world. Once you have developed that sight, then you are not satisfied with seeing only outer covering. Sri Ramakrishna again. Sri Ramakrishna says, It's like pillowcase. Various pillowcases are coming, but inside it's the same Brahman. Okay, we go to the next. Asat padartha anubhavena kinchit na hyasti triptir na cha dukha hani tadadvayananda rasanubhutya triptah sukham tishtha sadatmanishthaya. So now he is blessing his disciple what he has to do. From the perception of unreal things, there is neither satisfaction nor a cessation of misery. In not real things, you never have satisfaction, complete satisfaction. You may seemingly, you may think, I received, but that is not real. So like it is all the time you are buffeted by the senses or sense attractions. From the perception of unreal things, there is neither satisfaction nor a cessation of misery, because you'll ask more and more. If you have $1 million, you'll ask for 10 million, and this and that, and there is no end of projects. Today we have this project, tomorrow we'll have building project, then day after tomorrow some retreat project. So projects, it will go on. Does that mean we should not take initiative? No, we, brahmanyadhaya karmani sangam tyaktva karoti yah lipyate na sapapena padma patra vivam. So Arjuna is standing in front of fighting armies. He has to fight. So how to fight? One, to connect with Brahman and then fight. Mam anusmara yuddhacha. You remember me and fight it on. Sri Ramakrishna said what? Sri Ramakrishna said, Advaita Gyan Achole Vedhe. First tie the knowledge of non-duality at the corner of hem of your cloth. Tie there. Then you do what you like. That means what? All the time we have to see it is non-dual. That reality. And after that, that means God alone is real. All other seeming. But in seeming, whatever is to be done is to be done. Okay, a teacher was giving a speech that everything is one, there is no difference, etc., etc. Then a person took out his gun and aimed at the teacher, and teacher started fleeing. So he said, now he said everything is in dream and everything is one, then why you are running away? He said, then the gun is also in dream and running away also in dream. So what is the point? The point is, whatever is to be done is to be done. But we have to understand that we are to stand on that reality and keep on going. Brahmanyadhaya karmani sangam tyaktva karoti yah lipyate na sapapena padma patra mivambas. It is like water on lotus leaf. Water cannot taint the lotus leaf. Similarly, such karma will not taint you. And Bhagavan said also, Bhagavan said, Athita tapya shaktoshi mat karma paramo bhava. Say, Bhagavan gave so many options. This, you do this. Oh, karma phala tyag, etc. If you cannot do that, okay, do this. So if you cannot do it, mat karma paramo bhava. Let my work be your goal, your supreme attainment. Madartham api karmani kurvan siddhim apapsasi. Then by doing my work, you will attain the highest. We can see Hanuman. Hanuman did what? Rama karma, Rama kaj, work for Rama. And that was, no, that's one way of his attitude. So, while seeing one, whatever kartabya buddhi, this is to be done, is to be done. If we are saying that I see one, but there is a sense that you should do this, but you are not doing, you are bluffing yourself. So while perceiving one should continue to perform whatever one is doing. Sakta karmanna vidwanso yatha kurvanti bharata. So when a person is in the he is ignorant, whatever way he does. Similarly, the knower of self does things getting involved like that. That means an ignorant person, he puts heart and soul to earn money. Similarly, a knower also puts heart and soul for attaining that goal, but not for himself. It is to be done and forget. I mean, forget means offer to God. Brahmanya karmani sangam tyakta karoti lipyatena sapapena padma bhakti. Anyway, so I think time is up. No? Okay. So anyway, it's very nice to read such passages. Any question? Akshay?
Yes.
Okay.
What is the meaning of that? Maya is a statement of facts.
Okay. Say you went to Delhi. Okay. And you saw Prime Minister there. And then you came back and you are telling your mom that, Mom, I saw Prime Minister today. Is your statement Prime Minister? No. But it is based on the Prime Minister. So a statement of fact. You said something. The basis of that statement is truth. Without truth, no statement can stand. I gave example that pencil, you can keep one, we can keep here. A beaker and water and a pencil. When you see through the media or medium of water, it is tilted. So that is a statement of that media. So when you informed your mom that I saw Prime Minister, that means your statement is based on fact. But a statement is not fact. So based on your statement, one can imagine, oh, maybe he has a big crown on his head, or maybe so many things one can imagine. But those are imagination. Similarly, we also imagine here, oh, say beautiful. And then one gets attracted. Or it is, oh, ugly. One is, one feels dejected or aversion to that. So such reaction is based on ignorance. If a person knows that it's all one, then his behavior pattern will change altogether. So a statement of fact, yes, that is a very essential point, and it's difficult to understand. Okay, we see our prayer.
Only
And
I just had a
Yes,
quick
please.
clarification. in the last sloka you said, as your commentary, when a person, a knower of self, puts heart and soul into reaching God, they proceed to self-identity. And conversely, when a person, ignorant, puts heart and soul into attaining material things, that leads to misery. Is that correct, what I'm hearing?
Okay, that's the Gita shlok. I
Oh, okay.
Sakta vidvamsa karmano, like avidvamsa. Those who are not enlightened, they are engaged in things of the world with attachment. Similarly, a knower of self should be totally dedicated to that work, knowing full well the truth. Sakta karmanna vidvanso yatha kurvanti bharata puryad vidyans asakta. So what is the difference? Difference is, what is the difference? The difference is, one is knower of the self and is attached with the fruits of the action. But one who is not, who is the knower, is not attached. See, mother loved Radhu like any ordinary woman. And when even her monastic disciple asked, mother said, what can I do? I am a woman and I have all these, I have to look after them. And that's the way we behave. But same mother, when she decided that now to depart from this world, when Radhu was, take out. Radhu was brought to him, take out. Total detachment. So, sakta karmanna vidvamso yatha kurvanti bharata puryad vidvam asaktas. So similarly, one is totally involved in things what is undertaken, but he is detached. Say we also plan, oh, we have to do this extension of building and this and that. Suppose it does not happen. What to me? It doesn't affect me. But I am involved. Like King Janaka was informed that your Mithila is burning. He said, Mithilayam pradiptayam name daishyati kincha. Even the whole Mithila is burned to ashes. Nothing is burned to me. Because he knows the truth. So whatever ordinary attached people work for their attachment, a vidwan, a knower of self, does the same way, but without attachment. That is from Gita.
Without attachment.
Thank you
In
very
response,
much.
but without attachment. Thank you.
We'll say our prayer. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamivavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Yeah, a statement of fact. Actually, it is difficult to understand. This is what I understood. Statement of fact. Whatever you have seen, you are stating that statement is not that fact. Swami Vivekananda gave a talk on that. And he gave some example and he said, this is Maya, statement of fact. So, When we see this, we forget. We are one with statement. If somebody came and informed that, your brother has died. Oh, my God. Because with that statement, we identify. But if a person knows that there is no death, then he'll not be affected by that statement. He knows the fact. And this is also a statement of fact. So fact is within you, and all these are statement of fact. So you have to find the fact. Okay, Akshay?
Thank you.
Yeah. You have to find the fact. All these are, you are listening, statement of fact. Okay, thank you. Okay, here, example has come. You see here, can you see tilted?
Yes.
But it's not tilted. See here? It's broken. It looks like broken. Because you are seeing through a statement of fact. Who is stating? The water is stating. See, it is tilted. What is as if saying, Swami, this pencil is tilted or broken here. I say, no, let me see this fact. Oh, it's not broken. See? Okay.
Lab and lecture. Lecture and lab.
Demonstration. Hari Om.
Yeah.
And
Namaste,
I'm-
Swamiji.
Yes. And this is also extension of that statement. And in fact, statement is extension of fact. So it is fact only.